วัสดีเช้านี้มาแบบงงๆเป็นยังไงกันบ้างวันนี้วันที่1มิถุนายนพุทธศักราช2569เมื่อคืนนี้เป็นวันวิสาขบูชาก็ไม่รู้จังหวัดไหนได้เห็นพระจันทร์บ้างเนาะแต่ที่กรุงเทพมหานครที่พี่อยู่อ่ะมันก็มีฝนไม่ได้ตกแต่ว่าท้องฟ้าปิดมืดก็เป็นวันสำคัญทางพุทธศาสนาเนาะที่ถือว่าเป็นวันเขาน่าจะจดทะเบียนโลกแล้วแหละไม่แน่ใจพี่เรียกถูกหรือเปล่าเหมือนของยูเนสโกหรือเปล่าวันวิสาขบูชาซึ่งถือเป็นวันประสูติตรัสรู้ปรินิพพานขององค์สมเด็จพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าก็เหมือนกับว่าท่านเกิดติ้งต่างว่าท่านเกิดวันสมัยก่อนมันจะเป็นไม่ได้เป็นวันที่เนาะไม่น่าจะมีปฏิทินก็อาจจะเรียกขึ้น15ค่ำเดือน8ปีอะไรก็ว่าไปอย่างเงี้ยเพราะท่านประสูติก็คือเกิดเนาะพอตรัสรู้ก็คือท่านก็เรียนรู้ด้วยตัวท่านผ่านเรื่องราวต่างๆแล้วท่านก็ไป enlightening enlightening day วันเดียวกัน the same day ที่ท่านเกิดthe same day as the birth so Buddha แบบ give birthday เนาะแล้วก็ enlightening day แบบ after he just knowing that okay thing is like nothing on earth is like enlightenment what should I say just like when you awaken or you feel like oh what am I doing why am I here just like that just like you waking up from your bed the same thing but it's inside the awakening is the moment of being awakened by yourself your inner self it might cause from the pain from the trauma from the hardship from the most unhappiness moment of your own story your life your story I don't know what that is but for me that's got so many versions of financial lovers don't know no job whatsoever it's I call it like the dark night of the soul or the tower moment that is collapsed if you see in the tarot card even the tower moment the tower the card named tower so many creators they created in different pictures like some of the towers might be like collapse mostly or cracking showing on that tower like a castle or something or some of it is only the tower but it's still so strong and no cracking at all but once you've been in that moment of like downside I would say downside of yourself like you feel useless you are scared or so deep down in the mode of sadness crying panic like how to say untrust to anybody anything and then panic in everything that's happening into your life and never love anyone even yourself and what else all kinds of things that's the I think most of the people that we use the word awakening these days like we've been dealing living and taking that sadness too much like overwhelmed in the bad ways too much that the physically even we cry we be in a hermit mode we stay alone I mean no socialize not sharing or you can in the psychology there might be like depression so many levels I think that's a wonderful moment to be awakened or the other thing is like when you are in a serious illness like many people around me like they got cancer they got a very serious injury or accident something between death or alive that's a very wow moment but for me I didn't have that kind of sickness but I have this situation for me to learn to be enough for what you should not go back and how to say clinking into the emotion of the dark side, like loving too much, hating too much, like or dislike too much of all the things, because that is it's like the fluctuating up and down, and you can't keep it stabilized. So once you awaken, you will learn all the trauma back in here, and you feel so pain, you cry, you just all kind of the things, and suddenly the strength, it's like the voice coming that, hey, I could not stay like this for the rest of my life. I am here alone. I have to get up and be strong. The first thing is the strength, but before that, it's like you feel so much in love of yourself that, hey, I have to eat, I have to be pretty, I have to watch myself, taking care of myself, eat a lot, going out, hanging out, and then be in nature, or in looking up the sky and see the moon. You can see me post so many kind of the nature around me, like the trees, the plants, the flowers, the sky, the moon, the sun, all those. It's a natural healing. I think this part, if you are single or not, or in relationship, but you facing this kind of trauma, just try to get close to nature as much as you can. This process is very important for you all to be healed, because once if this one is not being healed and you just hiding it, and then put the rocks, I would say in Thai it's like hin thap ya, just like whatever the obstacle you put, is the grasses, a lot, and you don't want to deal with it, you just put the rocks on it. One day, once you move the rocks out, the grass will keep growing up, and you can see the greenery again. It might start with the yellow, grasses, that's not the right thing. The same thing, once you got the trauma, try to go back one by one, but at first it might be difficult for you because you don't want to face that feeling again, and you don't want to be crying or thinking about that person and not forgiving them and just like cursing them, or use the bad words or bad emotions in that person or that situation, or blaming, judging, all those stuff, the low vibration, never blame, because you will never blame yourself for sure. The first thing is blaming others, blaming the situation, blaming your parents, blaming your friends, your colleagues, your boss, your husband, your wife, your children, but never be yourself. I passed that process. It's taking a while, to accept that it's you, it's your joy. You did that. You are the one making the decision at that moment in the past, and that is the reason, that is the cause of the reason why we are here today. So we learn from the past. I always say that life is a endless journey, and life is like they say Akashi record, I don't know, but it's like the knowledge is all around. We can pick it up from our own life path, just pick whatever the lessons that you think that, I think I made a mistake, I am a failure about financial because of 1, 2, 3. The first thing is you might not be brave enough to face that. Just go step by step. Don't push too much of yourself to go and fix it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 checklist, and then you force yourself to do. No. Don't do that. That's not the right way to do. Just know it that how much your heart can accept each one step at a time, one step at a time. And maybe number one, you think that this issue might be gone and you already forgive the person that hurt you, and you forgive yourself already. You might think that it's all disappear and you forgot the past, but someday in the future they will come back. I call it a test, a final test, you know, just a little bit and then checking. I do this for the past like 3 or 4 years, you know, to learn my emotional. It's an emotional learning, that why we have that kind of the thing, the trauma and the thing, why the psychologists, you know, try to pick all those things and then categorize into the for mentor, for healing the mentally illness, you know, because emotionals are so many categories, and it's caused by the period of parents that raise up the child. Once the parents got their own trauma and they don't know how to heal themselves, so the children from 1 to 12 years old will be absorbing mostly because they have to rely on their parents, you know. That's a very important time. But after the children like starting to be 12 up, they will be growing more, and they may not, you know, getting that kind, but they already have the child. That's why I always say child trauma is very important, to go back and then talk with your childhood, you know. Once you reach that step, you will know that how to deal with your child trauma, because mostly I think about 80% of the people nowadays it's got their life impact from that childhood, you know, because we cannot say no to parents. We have to do whatever the parents ask us to do, and somehow we know our like or dislike, but we cannot say no or deny, you know, the parents 1 2 3, you know, like order or something. Yeah. And the next stage is the teenage. That's about physically change, you know, in relationship, in a crush love, you know, first love, puppy love, real love, trauma love, you know, whatsoever, and then break up or something, you know. It's learning by step. Back to what I have started. I don't know what is the topic for today, but I like to share that if any of you are now feeling like, hey, I like to change my life, what is the mindset say? I cannot change my mind to reset in one day. You have to accept that. It's gonna be like the consistency, literally changing 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, but never stop learning of whatever emotions that already happened. Maybe like 1 day, 2 days, and 3 days. That's the maximum. I mean, for me, more than 3 days that you're still having that kind of heaviness of the emotional, I think that's too much. Unless it's a big decision that you have to make and it's like keep popping up in your brain, you know, something like that, then you need more. But I will give myself like 7 days and that's it. Okay, for me. But for you, you just notice what is your how to say, I would name this like defragment processing period of time. So you have to learn. You can learn. You are the best guru for yourself. I don't know, because I've been in a self-taught process for so long. So all kind of the clips or the guru on any channel or any platform, it's part of the journey that I have to go and watch them. But for me, I believe in myself. After I found that it's the best way is to learn from within and to understand myself most, that what I need, what I like, and what I am, and who I am, and why I'm here. So once I know that, I can answer all those, then I feel like so light. I'm just okay. I understand this person, why they are doing this, why their reaction that, why they're saying that words, and you will have less anger, less hated, you know, and you will understand people more and more and more, and you will live so happily. You don't have to take that kind of energy, that heavy energy in you. You will just understand right away that, oh, because this and that person are talking in a bad way, and why I have to take those words, to for me to carry. It might be the topic that related to me, just like yesterday. My colleagues like talking, and they are kind of like almost ending up fighting in one of the issue, but I'm just all ears, open for me, and so I catch up all those things. And the thing is, one person has their own ideas, their thoughts, their belief. Nobody is right or wrong, they always have the reason to explain. It's like debating, never ending. But once you understand, these two debating will be again. The heart, love. Okay, that's what I got for you today. I don't know what's the topic gonna be, but love you always. Have a great day. Bye bye.